All right, let's use an example here. If a friend recommends a restaurant, I'm probably going to go check it out. I also check out those online reviews for all kinds of businesses. They can be helpful when you're looking at businesses.
Well, let's check out the website, certifiedtransmission.com. The fifth tab over from the left is reviews. If you click on it, you'll see words like knowledgeable, excellent, and unmatched. These are all real-life reviews from real people in the area.
And all music to this guy's ears right here. Peter Fink opened the business in 1979. He's a regular here on the Morning Blend. Good to see you, Peter.
Nice to have you back.
I don't know if I like to hear that 1979. That's getting to be like a long time ago, ancient. You
but
know,
that means you know what you're doing. If
well,
you can
hopefully by now I got it figured out. You know,
Do you check those reviews? Do you pay attention to that stuff?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you can set up, you know, that it sends you notices through Google or whatever, good or bad, okay? And actually, off a different subject, you know, they say you're supposed to set up that if anything has your name in it, you know, that you're supposed to get. So I've got it on my personal name and obviously the business and stuff. So I get, you know, those notifications, and actually it's free. Not that I'm trying to plug Google here, but regardless, different subject.
Yeah, well, it's good to know what people are saying about you, so that you're keeping people happy that way.
Or really, if someone's unhappy too, I mean, that we can deal with it. Okay, you know, since I can't be at every shop, I don't get to experience every customer or talk to them. Of course, you know, if a customer asks to talk to me, I tell my managers, give them a phone number, not a problem. Okay, you know, we'll deal with it. Okay,
have call me.
Yep.
Okay, let's get to the first question. It comes from Anna, and she says, the battery in my key fob is dead and I can't get it open. Should I just replace the whole thing? I see them on Amazon for $32, or am I stuck with having to go to the dealer to replace the battery?
You know, that's a great question. Obviously, key fobs are a very nice, convenient deal, okay, and stuff. You ever notice as your battery gets weaker on anything, your remote control, and it don't work, you push the button harder, you know, your garage door opener. Yeah, like it's supposed to work better, you know, if you push it harder, okay, and stuff. That usually means the battery's getting weak or something, okay? Or maybe line of sight or something. Back to the question with the key fob. If you get one off of Amazon or buy one, you're still going to have to bring it to a shop to get it programmed to your car, because if you think about it, you can't just buy one for it, and otherwise people can go around opening every car, okay? It has to be programmed to the VIN and to that car, okay, and stuff. So you're still going to have to go to the dealer. So my recommendation would be no, okay? There's some good YouTube videos on how to open them up, okay? Actually, I had one of mine. I couldn't figure out how to open it up. It had a dead battery, okay, and stuff. And so I went to YouTube, and sure as heck, you know, and I could do it and everything else. So there's probably one out there to try that. If not, your local general repair shops now are handling that, okay, and stuff, all right? There's kind of two key fobs, one that just opens and locks and does your trunk, like the earlier version. Now some of these newer ones, they actually don't have a key anymore for the ignition. You just push a button. Those are really critical to stay up on the battery, because now if it goes dead, you can't start your car, okay? And that was the case on the one I was talking about, and I'm going, you know, I used a few choice words. I'm going, man, I really don't like this system. I'd rather have a key, you know, as a backup where I can unlock it, get in and start my car. I don't know why the manufacturers have gone there, but regardless, keep the batteries up. General rule of thumb, if you have the key type, probably every 4 or 5 years you'll probably need a battery. On the other style, they're only good for about 2 years, because they're always alive looking for that computer to talk to, okay, and stuff. So batteries go a little bit faster, 2 or 3 years, and you don't want to get caught with a dead battery on the one where you don't have a key.
I don't have a key.
In trouble.
Okay, there you go.
So
that's what I mean. I'm not a fan of that myself. Okay, I really don't like that.
Diane is up next, and she says, there's a small leak of some kind coming from my van. I notice it on the garage floor, but there's no odor, and since the floor is darker, I can't tell the color. How do you know what's leaking so you know if it's serious?
Well, anytime you have a leak, it should be taken care of, okay? I don't like stuff dripping on my driveway or my garage or anything like this. And then obviously you have to watch it to make sure and keep the level full if you're going to continue to let it leak, okay? One of the tricks to tell what fluid it is, well, you usually will have motor oil, transmission fluid, or power steering, or antifreeze, okay? If you can't tell by the floor, and that's very common, even if your floor was clean and regular concrete, not dark, the best way to use is a white sheet of paper, and you can see when you put the fluid on there, you see what tint it has. If it's a yellow tint, it's usually going to be motor oil. If it's a reddish tint, it's going to be something which power steering or transmission. If it's got a greenish tint, okay, then it's probably going to be your antifreeze. Now antifreeze, they have changed some colors. They do have Dexcool and a GM product. She didn't say what kind of car she had, I don't think here. But the next thing is, obviously you can bring it to a shop and they can surely start checking it. If they can't tell, they can put a dye in the different fluids, okay, to see where it's coming from and verify what it is and stuff, okay. Myself, I don't like leaks. I like to get them taken care of. Unfortunately, they're usually not the cheapest thing, okay. You'll probably have to spend a few $100s to get it taken care of, but I think it's always well worth it myself. Okay,
What if you have an oil leak?
An oil leak, yeah.
That can be expensive though, can't it?
Well, most of them usually are. You're probably not going to get out of there for just $100 or something, okay? You're going to spend a little bit of money.
The amount you'd spend to fix it if you ran out of oil?
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, or
watch
anything
it.
else, any of the other. I mean, transmission or power steering, you're going to damage it, okay? Now, it doesn't sound like she has a big leak, but like I said, it usually starts leaking more and more. It doesn't fix itself. One thing I don't recommend is don't try to use that stop leak stuff. That stuff is not really very good, okay? For any system you put it in, transmissions, engines, power steering, I'm not a fan of that, okay, and stuff.
Okay, let's get to the final question. Joe, he asks, I'm thinking about buying a new car. Is there anything I can do with my current car, like detailing or making sure it's up to speed on maintenance to get more out of it, whether I sell it outright or trade it in?
Well, first of all, you usually will get more money for your car if you sell it outright, okay? This day and age, there's usually, and again, he didn't say what year the car is and this, that, and the other thing, but there's always people looking for cars for their kids, okay, and stuff. You probably put the word out, you probably have a friend that's looking for one, okay, and stuff, all right? You know, if it's a decent car. One of the things people do like to see is the paperwork on the car. What was the regular maintenance done? You know, you brought up, should I get it maintenance? If you haven't done it on a regular basis, then it doesn't make any difference, okay, to do it. If you have been, sure, keep it up. It's usually worth more, a little bit more. Detailing a car is definitely worth it, okay? Now, you know, I think so. It looks better. It cleans up, okay? And, you know, actually, a lot of times when you clean it up, you say, man, I wish I would have done this when I owned the car. I think it's worth $100 to get your car done once or twice a year.
It's like,
just, yeah, it's
you gotta
almost
brush
like
your
a
hair
new
for
car.
a first date. You know what I mean?
Without a doubt. So I think it is. So.
Okay. Certified transmission. We mentioned the website. You can find the location nearest you online. You might already know where that is. I drive by one of your locations every day on the way into work. And then if you want to get Peter's take on a car question, you can email us at talkback@omahamorningblend.com or swing by our website. There's the address. Look for the certified transmission button there, or find us on Facebook and leave questions on our wall. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Peter.
Always fun.
We appreciate you.
All right, next, the piece of technology that demonstrates the feeling of living with dementia.
Plus, the first of its kind event in Nebraska to give caregivers some potentially life-changing tools.